Rihanna and ASAP Rocky give birth to a baby boy. Taylor Swift graduates from NYU, and Lil Meech is in jail. Let's talk about it. Let us talk about it. What's up today? I'm your host Kenim, and you're watching Brand Video Pro. Some good news going on today. So, Rihanna gives birth to a baby boy. This is incredible news. Incredible news. Rihanna has a child with ASAP Rocky, a baby boy, and all the celebrities are congratulating them. Everyone from Chris Brown to Gigi Hadid. Good stuff, good stuff. Congratulations to her. And then, of course, let's talk about Miss Taylor Swift, who gave a graduation speech at NYU. Now, not only did she give a graduation speech, but she became a doctor. Taylor Swift is now a doctor. Hold on, let me pull up this video. I'm like editing and,
Elated to be here with you Taylor today Swift, as we celebrate and graduate New York University's class of 2022.
Wow. So she becomes a doctor. So she got a doctorate in fine arts, or doctors in fine arts. And I really want to understand what that degree entails. And I'm not being a hater. Because I want that degree. I'm curious to know what it entails. It's so interesting to me because, what did she have to take any courses at NYU? Because when you think about someone that's already accomplished and extremely successful, far beyond most people that even go to university, right? What is her starting point? When she goes in, does she already have, when you go to college and maybe you do summer school somewhere, or you get good grades in your AP or your IB and you get some extra credits that you can just pass on to college? I wonder if her accomplishments in music already propelled her to get, a certain amount of credits, in school. And then maybe she just has to finish maybe 10 classes and then she gets a doctorate. I'm being dramatic. Probably, becoming a doctor takes a lot. So I can't imagine. And I'm curious to know, how do you become a doctor in, I guess it's kind of like getting a PhD, because you're researched in a specific sector of society or subject matter. So it's kind of probably a PhD in music is probably what she has. That makes sense now. That makes sense. And probably songwriting and all these other things. And NYU has a Taylor Swift class. And apparently there's a waiting list to get in. Congratulations to her. I just love to see how the entertainment industry is understanding how important music is in the current landscape. On this channel, I talk a lot about the music industry. I talk a lot about the music business. And now music has become a serious professional career path. I feel gone are the days in the 90s and the 80s where we hear about the starving artist. Not gone are the days, but there's so much more opportunity for the creator economy because of social media and the landscape that it's created, that now people can actually become middle-class citizens and have a lucrative income from music. People have become billionaires just based off of music. I was watching this YouTuber, he's a billionaire, and his dad is a billionaire and started a music school and became a music school for sound engineering and became a billionaire that way. But just thinking about how much money there is to be made in the music industry, there's a lot of opportunity. And now we have for example, I believe it's, was it Long Island? Let me Google it, because Jay-Z started Rock Nation School of Art. Yeah, so Rock Nation School, Music, Sports, and Entertainment. And that is at, I believe it's Long Island University. I just want to confirm. It's LIU. Yeah, Long Island University, exactly. And so in that degree, you get like knowledge in the music business, you get knowledge in the sporting and becoming an agent, music production. It's like 360. Everything that Rock Nation does, they're teaching that in that school, and it's a degree. And so I just think that now people are actually taking these things more seriously. I think about just like maybe a few years ago, some universities didn't have a film school because they didn't take it seriously. And now they have that, and they understand that film is a lucrative business. I mean, it's always been, well, not always, but it's been for a while. And so they've, NYU, all these schools, they've had their film schools, and more universities have included a BFA in film because filmmaking is important in the modern era. Knowing how to operate with a camera, knowing how to create content, it's important for every business. So every business has to have some media component in it. And so this is a lucrative industry. And then with music, because of the vast opportunities in the music business, because everyone thinks about music and they think it means that you have to be a superstar and that's the only way you can enter music. But no, there's so many jobs that are created in music, from the software that you're using to the technology that you're using. I mean, I could go on to the, software that I said software already, but I mean like digital assets, online assets that you're using. There's so many tools that are needed in music. And then that's just like from a digital landscape. But then what about like touring, songwriting? Like there's just so much that goes into creating music or the music business. And there's so much money to be made. And so I think it's really great that NYU has recognized Taylor Swift, given her a doctor's in fine arts, which is probably in music. Very impressive stuff. And I think one thing that's really interesting to me also is that we're seeing a growing number of celebrities getting degrees. Well, not just celebrities, but entertainers. Because back in the day, it was like you have to either pick university or you pick an entertainment career. And so many people were dropping out of school. But in this day and age, you don't have to pick one or the other. You can have both. Because also there's no cutoff, like before, back in the day, like most musicians had to be within the ages of 20 to 30 or less. But now you could be 45 and you could become a musician. So like literally you have time. So I'm thinking about people like Saweetie, who went to university, what's her name? Meg Thee Stallion went to university. So more and more musicians are getting degrees. And I think it's very important to know that as a musician, you don't have to believe the narrative that you have to drop out of school, the Kanye West narrative, the Jake Paul narrative that you have to drop out of school to be successful. If, in my view, in this modern era, just stay in school. Like it's not going to harm you if you're going to go to school. Because also in the modern landscape, you actually don't need school. You could get the education online. So, but if you're going to go to school, and I'm an advocate for going to school because of the critical thinking components that you gain from it. But if you're going to go to school, 100%, like you can do both. Like you can, work online and study. You can do both. I had so much free time in college, and I went to Tufts University, and it was extremely hard, but I had so much free time doing what? Watching shows. Like you have time, you have time. Depending on, obviously some degrees are more intense than others, but you have time, so why not use your time? So that's that. And then Lil Meech, I'm editing, so bear with me, man. Okay, there we go. Lil Meech arrested. So he's in 50 Cent's BMF series, and he was arrested for stealing a Richard Mille watch, $250,000 watch. But here's the thing, here's where it gets interesting, because he didn't actually steal it. And it's so crazy to me that they're trying to prosecute him as a thief. I think it was grand theft or something. But it's kind of crazy to me because he didn't steal the watch. Like he actually he traded it in. He had another watch. He traded it in. The watch that he had was valued at $80,000. This one was $250,000. So he traded it in and he was going to pay his debt. So it seems like it would be a civil case in court, but they tried to prosecute him. But anyway, they got him out. I guess the BMF not the cast, but it would have been the team, got him out of jail. So let's watch this video if I can put it up.
To be here with you today as we celebrate and graduate New York University's class of 2022.
There we go.
I just want y'all to know we just bailed my nigga out because we gotta finish season 3. So
he
gotta finish season 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the bail was like what, 1.2 mil?
Nah, it was like 1.4.
1.4, yeah, bro.
My boy got me out though, my brother.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
never gotta worry about
exactly. You know, we had that shit in cash and tuck. I just want y'all.
Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. You know, sorry, bear with me. I'm like editing. I'm using OBS and I'm trying to figure this stuff out, but soon it will be smooth. But yeah, I think that number was wrong. I don't think you could get. I don't think the bail is $1.4 million for grand theft. But either way, I think it's really sad the way that this jeweler, and I feel like people should boycott this jeweler. I previously made a video about how these jewelers exploit, especially like rappers and, you know, black people, and they sell them fake jewelry, they sell them fake stuff. If I was Lil Mish, I would go find out if the watch is even real, first of all. But I think it's kind of crazy that like the first thing you thought to do was like have him arrested, like when you know that it was a down payment, it's a loan. So this is really a civil case, you know. So this is like, it's kind of like you not paying your AT&T bill and them deciding that like they're gonna put you in jail for that. But the AT&T bill is worth $150,000. He should sue. And the fact that he had to pay 1 point something million, that's crazy. There must be some kind of insurance on set, because I'm thinking if the team had to pay, like the production house had to pay that much money, that's a lot of money. Are they going to cut his salary? Or maybe there's some sort of like insurance that they have to cover for him. All really crazy. They must be mid-season filming, but all really crazy. Let me know your thoughts though. This is crazy. And congratulations to Rihanna again. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time. Peace. End stream.